Next, I'm going to talk about the Keywords Everywhere tool. Now, Keywords Everywhere is a paid service, so I just want to show you what they are here. So Keywords Everywhere is basically a paid Chrome extension or Firefox extension, and it kind of just lives inside your web browser when you're searching around the internet, whatnot. So this is the product that I'm talking about, and a lot of my customers and people that use my software really love to get access to their Keywords Everywhere data through my software. So they offer an API key option here. Now, API means application programming interface. And this is just a fancy way of saying that me as a programmer, I have the ability to connect my software to your Keywords account, Keywords Everywhere account, using something called an API key. It's kind of like a secret password. It's like logging into something. Basically, gives us the ability to access data that Keywords Everywhere provides, and they provide great search volume data. So if you're already using you already have a Keywords Everywhere account, this is perfect for you. And if you're not using Keywords Everywhere, then I suggest trying it out. It's really good. And so we can import free search volume data as I've shown in another video, but if you have a Keywords Everywhere account, this is how you can take advantage of it. So the first thing you need to do is before you actually use the tool, you have to enter in your API key. And to get to it, you can go Tools, and you'll see Keywords Everywhere tool. You bring it up here, and what we have to do is we have to put in your API key. And so to get it, you just click the button Get Key, and I'll bring up the web browser here. Just bring it into view. And then what you want to do is enter your email in there. So I'll do that. And email me my key. Went to my email here, and then you click here to get your access to your API key. And here's the key. And so all you got to do is just copy that. And then going back over to the Keywords Everywhere tool. And then here, right click and paste. And once you paste it in there, the software now is going to remember your key, so you don't have to keep pasting it in there all the time. And now it's good to go. So what I'll do, I'll just kind of make this a little bit bigger like that. I'm just going to close it out. And so I'm in the keywords tool here, and I just generated almost 500 keywords by starting with the seed keyword DIY. So what I'd like to do is now investigate these keywords using my Keywords Everywhere account. And before I actually show you that, let me just bring that back up. Tools. If you go to learn more here, the pricing. So you do have to pay for this service. And in my opinion, it's one of the cheapest I've seen. I just bought 1,000,000 credits for $100. And there's one credit for one keyword to get data. And just through my testing, I'm still at 997,000, and I've integrated this tool into several software now. So even through my testing, I barely even touched that. So maybe the $100 option might be too much for you, but I did have a little handy link down here. You can just click that; it brings you straight to the purchased website. But yeah, you have to have a paid account in order for this to work. So let's go back to the keywords and show you how to use the tool. So what we want to do is you can send these keywords over to the keywords tool by either right clicking, and you can send selected keywords to Everywhere tool or all of them. And I also have this button down here, search volume, and those options are there as well. So if you go under Keywords Everywhere, you got those same options right here. And you also have the option of just opening up the tool. You can also open up the tool as I've shown here just by the tools button. So let's go ahead and just select some keywords. Obviously, you don't want to be sending like 500 to 1,000 keywords at a time. You kind of want to use a little bit of kind of refining your keywords a bit before you send it over, because it does cost you money to do that, right? So one thing to think about is like DIY. Obviously, that's going to be an impossible keyword to rank for because it's too popular, right? So you want to be looking at sort of longer tail keywords. So one thing you can do here is you can select keywords that say sort of keyword count, or say more than like 3 keywords, and kind of stick with those ones. More long tail. You can also work with the maximum number of characters if you like, and you select the ones that you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and just select these 200 just for example purposes. I'm going to go right click, and then you can send it all. For selected, again, what the word selected means, you select the check boxes. So if you select these check boxes, it's just going to send these keywords you've selected, but I'm just going to right click and send them all. And so what it does, it brings up the Keywords Everywhere tool and then brings up this little import window. And to bring up this import window, you just click get data, but it kind of automatically does it for you and throws in all the keywords. Now I have 700 in here because I guess I was working in here before. So I'm going to clear this out and just do that one last time here. Right click, send all. There we go. Now we have the 206 in here. And all you have to do is just click go. Now it's going to go to my Keywords Everywhere account and it's grabbing the data. And you can see it took the credits away. Now, not all keywords will have data. So the ones that return data will show up here in these graphs. And then we can also sort by the total average. And we do that and we see all the graphs right away. And so you can see all the keywords that have data returned by Keywords Everywhere. Now remember, these are long tail keywords, so that's why a lot of them didn't come back with a lot of data. And so what we do here is we can see the keyword, the word count, character count, and you have access to all the quick filters like the other tools. You can think of this as like a complete built-in tool. You got all the data you get from Keywords Everywhere. And I also have an internal date time here because every time you use this tool, I just generate this date and time to put in here because you may actually check out this keyword, say, in a couple months. So it's nice to see when you actually got that data. And then here's just some averages. So the 1 month average, 3 months average, 6 month average. As you can see here in the graph, what's really cool about Keywords Everywhere, on their API documentation, what's really cool, you can see the data that I can extract. It's down here, and they give you this trend. So there's monthly trend volume, search volume for an entire year. So I took advantage of that and put it into the software as a graph like so. So if you just double click that, it'll show you the bigger graph. And now you can see each day the search volume. And you can also save this if you'd like. You can actually save this to an image file, or you can save the data to a text or comma separated value file. So that's cool. And what's neat is you can just double click and you can actually keep this off to the side and you can just keep double clicking and then keep looking at the charts. Now, what's awesome that I integrated in here is I've added these averages. So 1 month, 3 month, 6 month average. So it's just taking the average over these bars. Each bar represents 1 month. And you come over here, I also added some trends. So the trend slope and trend spike. So what's the trend slope? If you just sort by the trend slope, and you get the positive numbers there, that means the overall for the last year, this is trending upwards. You can see this is all trending kind of in that direction. Overall, it's trending upwards. And that's how you sort, when you sort by the trending slope, so you know that for the entire year, it's kind of going up to now. And another one is the trending spike. So this just concentrates on the last 3 months, whether or not that particular keyword is spiking. You see this one's really spiking right now. This one's spiking. This one's kind of spiking. So those are some additional features that I created and integrated into this tool that Keywords Everywhere doesn't provide. So it's pretty awesome and very powerful. So now you can really dig in and get all this wicked information directly from your Keywords Everywhere account. And so up here, I forgot to mention these, you can actually select your country, the currency, and they also provide a data source. Google Keyword Planner and Clickstream data. So what this means is I got this information directly from their website. Honestly, can't remember where I found it, but it was somewhere in their help files. But basically, with the Clickstream data, it provides you with things like misspelling, data for misspellings and other sorts of stuff that Google Ads doesn't allow. So I did find something. Let me just see if I can find it again. In their news section here, I saw September 3rd, 2020, they talk about the Clickstream data here. And so they're basically collecting data to do with banned keywords, misspellings, and groupings. So it was interesting. So what they do is they actually, by default in their plugin, they default it to Google Keyword Planner and Clickstream data. So I figured I'd keep their default as well, but if you're not interested in that sort of Clickstream data, then you can just select the Google Keyword Planner option here. So that's what the data source is. And with this data here, you can do what you can do in pretty much the other tools is you can go down here, you can utilize filters. You can show custom filters and do custom filters like before, or you can use the quick filters at the top. You can also save the data to a data file. So you save it there. And so then you can open up that actual file back into the software. You can save it to comma delimited file or text file. So pretty simple to save and open data within this tool, but I figured I'd integrate this tool as well into TubeAtlas to give you an additional sort of way to get more data from another tool you may be already using. Keywords Everywhere is very popular and a lot of people are already using it. So if you're utilizing that tool, then you can utilize this and get extra data or extra sort of data points I created by taking advantage of the averages and trend slopes. So you can really pinpoint those keywords that you want to be targeting in your marketing. So that's how you use the Keywords Everywhere tool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.